Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to a new video. We're going to look at some tricks that aren't used a lot at all outside of Master Challenger. You might use a couple of these maybe, but I doubt all of them. There are loads of little things that they're going to do differently. That is what makes them Challenger, I guess, like little tips and stuff. But this video is really about some cheeky tricks that even you can use whether you're gold, diamond, or down in cardboard. So first tip, especially for AD carries, but also just anybody split pushing a tower, a lot of the time you're going to find yourself pushing a tower in a side lane. You stay just a little bit too long and the person running down the lane ends up killing you. When you have a blue trinket, that doesn't ever need to happen anymore. You place it at the tower just above the one you're hitting in the lane. When somebody runs from the base to stop you, you're going to see them on that blue ward, plus it will normally slow them down when they stop to clear it, giving you even more time to run away. Obviously it doesn't help if they come from the side, but normally the situation you're in is that you have the sides kind of covered but not in front of you. This is more for the times when you know someone has base to run back and stop you, if that makes sense. It's just a little thing that will save you a few deaths. Number two, as much as you might want to flame riot for a bunch of different things, Summoner's Rift is designed deliberately, and the tower placements do more than you think they do. It's why taking them is a really big advantage outside of obviously just the gold you get. Each tower protects entrances to the jungle mainly, especially the outer ones and especially in the mid lane. This is why teams go mid lane a lot of the time to take the tower. Like, they talk about having mid lane tower being the most important, but that's kind of beside the point. The trick is that once you have that tower down, or any tower, especially mid lane, put a ward down where it used to be. That tower spot is deliberately placed there to protect jungle entrances, so now instead you have vision and know which side people are moving to. It lets you track the jungler really well. It stops the mid lane from roaming as well. Like, imagine taking the outer tower then warding at mid lane. If mid is pushing, you're going to know. If they are roaming bot lane through their jungle, you will know that as well. If they recall, you're going to know that as well. If the jungler walks from the top side to the bottom side, they're going to pass through that ward, so you'll know that. You'll even know if they walk forward past the ward that they're going down the river. It gives you a lot of info. Basically, this one ward gives you a ridiculous amount of safety. It's really hard to get ganked actually if you just ward where towers used to be. It lets you track the jungler a lot better as well and shut down ganks. Number three is for any lane, even in the jungle. Jungle is more obvious actually. It seems to be the only one who really does this, like the only role. The honey fruit in the river is a lot of healing and is rarely taken at all. Getting all 5 of the fruit is actually either 17.5% of your maximum health or a flat amount, whichever is more. For example, level 6, it would be at least 220 health, and at level 9, it will be at least 310 health. So the trick is to see if it's up, be pushing your lane, and then trade in the lane. Even if it's not the best trade, even if you kind of lose it, I guess, you just chunk them down at the cost of some of your health, which normally you don't really want to do, but this time you do. After that, you're going to go and grab that honey fruit and you're going to heal back up, whereas they can't. That is why you take the trade. Basically, you get a completely free trade in lane. You get some free damage onto them because you're going to go and heal it back anyway. It sounds very obvious, but hardly anybody even thinks to do this, which is weird really. It's just like having 1 or 2 free health pots in the river. It actually saves you a lot of gold that way if you think about it. It's not the biggest thing ever, but if you're winning your lane, you can use this way more. Like, and who would say no to a free trade and free healing? So now we've got 3 controller tricks that people use. Not normal stuff like make sure you buy them or place them to deny vision of Baron. The first one is put it down and do not clear the enemy ward. Seems really strange, right? Don't clear their ward. What are you talking about? Why would you do that? You don't want to do this all the time, of course, but they assume that if you're still there, you would have cleared it. Just like you thought right now, right? That watching this video, why wouldn't you clear the ward? Well, exactly. Everybody removes the ward, so don't and then jump out as a surprise instead. It's a really clever ganking tool actually, just playing mind games, and most of the time it works because not many people do it. The second trick for control wards, when doing objectives, don't try and clear wards they put into the pit. Control ward disables vision. You attack the ward and it gives vision. This is less of a trick, I guess, but really important and something people need to do way more. Even in Diamond, people do not do this and it's so annoying. Control ward an objective, and then if you're not going to do it, you can clear the ward. That's fine. If you are going to do it right then, don't. They have no vision and no idea of what is happening. So trick number 3, if you know the control ward you just put down is going to be taken, like you put it down to clear a ward, but it will get taken afterwards, you can't defend it, then leave a normal ward directly underneath it. The enemy will take the control ward and assume there is no other ward there, and it's going to be safe for them. Again, why would anybody put a normal ward underneath the control ward? You're just double warding a bush, right? And well, yeah, like both give vision, it's pointless. That's why it works. It's a pretty simple idea, but again, very effective at baiting people into thinking they cleared the control ward so you cannot see them anymore. Moving away from controllers now, number 7, one thing that happens a lot the higher the ladder you go is junglers aren't just there to gank anymore, they are there to tilt the crap out of you. Repeat ganks have become a really big thing recently, especially top lane, and this can be an easy way to win a game. You can do this in any lane, but top lane as an example, okay? So you get one gank off, you kill them, awesome. Most people are going to leave after that. Instead, if you loop around and sit in the bush between the 2 towers, one of 2 things are going to happen. Either they TB back to their tower and you might be able to dive them. It's actually not that difficult to dive 2v1. Or they run back and you both catch them between the towers and kill them again. The tilt level this brings is insane. I have seen so many top laners just rage out at this. It is kind of unfair. It is a bit cheeky. They do lose a ton of experience and gold though. So after that, your top lane would have to be a complete monkey to lose that lane. So number 8 is another cheeky gank trick. You know when you base and the jungler holds your lane, right? Often the mid laner is going to be more powerful than the jungler at that point. They're going to bully them a bit, probably push it in to try and make the mid laner miss the wave. That is pretty normal. What isn't normal is for the returning mid laner to loop around and gank the mid lane instead. Nobody expects this. So jungler is in front of you. It's their job to gank you, right? You don't think a gank is going to come at all. No way. This is why it works so well, and all you have to do is take a little detour and gank your own lane on the way back. Easy. Now I tried to keep this quite short and useful, so let me know what you think of these. Like the video if you enjoyed it and you learned something, but for now I'll leave you with robots.